Welcome back to Zone 1 Adventures. Today we're checking out Hole-In-The-Wal in the Mojave National Preserve. We're going to be doing the Rings Loop Trail, which is about a mile, and it starts from the south end of the parking lot. The first thing we get to see are these caterpillars. This is the time of the year for them. They like to create these big giant balls of web, or silk, I guess. So the first thing we get to is some petroglyphs, and they are just everywhere. They're kind of hard to see. Some of them a little bit difficult to make out what they're trying to represent. Others not so difficult, like this bighorn sheep here. This is some rhubarb here in the center on the right, and on the right. That is Edgar Peak, way out in the distance, and it's just being attacked by some clouds, which was one of the reasons it was so cold today and so windy. That's looking up to the block that you can see from the visitor center. Now, a lot of people think that this is called Hole-In-The-Wal because of Jesse James and his gang, but no, that's not the case. That is in Wyoming. I think this would be more aptly named Holes in the Wall. So all this is created by volcanic activity. It's essentially the ash that was left behind. So there's two ways to get to Hole-In-The-Wal. You can come in off of US 40 or come in off of US 15. We came in, okay, here's some great example of the volcanic rock around here. So you can either come in off of 15 or off of 40. We came in off of 15, which requires that you're going to drive across some dirt roads. There's several sections where the washboards are pretty severe. Nothing that a sedan couldn't get through insofar as clearance of rocks and that sort of thing. Look at the texture of this rock here. It's like just little smaller rocks, just all glued together. So anyway, when you come in from 15, there's some dirt roads that you have to traverse, and some of the ruts are pretty bad. So you end up driving slow if you're in a non-four-wheel drive vehicle. Alright, we finally made it to where the rings are at. The rings were installed by the National Park Service. Nobody really knows when, but it's to basically make the trail more accessible. To be honest, most of these rings aren't really necessary. One more note on the route coming in from 40. The rangers indicated that a lot of people were getting pop tires from the potholes on that. So be careful coming in, and as I say, drive like a tortoise, slow. I've been wanting to do this hike for so long. And I was really hoping that you would have to really use those rings too, but the erosion in here is just incredible. Just all the different kind of spooky shapes. Now here's the second set of rings. So these ones I intentionally tried to use them. Colleen was stepping on top of them. I tried to use the rings themselves. It's kind of weird feeling because they kind of move around, but it's doable. So I guess if those cheater stones weren't there at the bottom, it might have helped. For any skilled scrambler, this stuff's just a piece of cake. If you're digging the music, go to www.zone1.rocks for more. You'll notice that a lot of the holes, especially the closer ones to the ground, will have a bunch of rocks in them. No, those didn't get there naturally. Those are people putting them in there. A lot of people call them wishing walls. Here's some more work done by the Park Service. Again, not really necessary, but I guess they had a job to do. Yes, that's my finger up there in the top left. And the top right. Starting to finish our climb out of the hole in the wall. Couple of kissing rocks. That's looking back down into what we just climbed out of. And that's along the cliff sides that surround it. You can really see that brown layer, and notice that interface there running across the middle. There's just windows everywhere around here. That's looking down into a little canyon. That little side trip where we saw those people climbing up, that will get you into that spot. And we saw that from this observation that they said was very physical. Sometimes the wordings are a little over the top. Well, we hope you liked our trip out here to Hole-In-The-Wal, and we hope to see you out there. So get out there, and don't forget, like and subscribe. It really helps us out. Thanks.